Hi, I'm Charlene, and this is a special edition. It's no longer Teacher Corner, it's Principal Corner with Miss Goodlad! Yay! Okay. How was your day, Miss Goodlad?
Today was actually pretty good. I like it.
You
We're
like
getting
it?
down to the end, and I can't tell you what, but I did hear some good news on some of our testing scores. So the third grade did pretty well.
Wow.
Shh, but don't tell anyone, because they're called embargoed, so I can't give you the actual number.
Oh.
But they did good.
That's nice. Are you ready to start?
I am ready to start.
Where did you go to school when you were a kid?
When I was in elementary school, I went to Betsy Ross Elementary School.
Betsy Ross.
It's in Southern California, and my mother was the secretary. That was kind of scary. I couldn't get in trouble, but I did anyway.
Miss Goodlad.
I didn't get in bad trouble. I was just bored. And so then they let me be the cafeteria worker, the office helper. They sent me to an orchestra at another school. They sent me to a band at another school. Sent me to a math program at another school. Do you see the theme here?
Yeah.
At another school.
Were you a teacher before you became a principal?
I was a teacher before I became a principal. I was a 6th grade teacher with Los Angeles Unified at 122nd Street School in inner city LA. And I had 40 students.
Wow.
And 28 of them were boys. Can you imagine? And then I did that for 3 years, and then I retired and raised 6 children. I have 5 sons and 1 daughter. And when my youngest was in 1st grade, I came back to teaching. And then I taught 1st grade.
That's cool. Why did you decide to become a teacher?
I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher. Even when I was in high school, they had a Future Teachers of America, and I joined that club. And I don't know why. I just always wanted to help kids, and I had a skill to do it, and so that's why I became a teacher.
That's cool. What was the most difficult challenge during your time as a teacher?
My most difficult was when I was teaching in LA. My 6th graders were reading at the 1st grade level, and that was a class average. So I had some lower than that and only one that was on grade level. So it was really hard, and we had to put all the books away, and I had to find different ways to teach them. But they were very eager, and they grew a whole grade level in 1 year, which they'd never done before, so it was exciting.
What was the most rewarding part of being a teacher?
I think the most rewarding part is when they actually get it. Like, have you seen somebody when it just clicks finally and their eyes light up and they go, I can read! And I'm like, that was always exciting. Like, it tells a story. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what reading's about. But they would tell a story. So they were excited.
Funny. Do you think today's teachers have a tougher job than those who taught in the past, like yourself?
I think overall that children have changed. I think families have changed. And I think there's a lot more single parents than when I was teaching. And so I think that makes a different dynamic in the school. And so we have to treat the kids a little bit different. And come at it a little bit different, but I think there's more technology and some things that make it easier. So I think it really kind of just balances.
Balance it out. Did you have any interest in another career field before you decided to become a teacher?
Well, actually, yes. So when I went to college, I wanted to be a teacher, but I wanted to be a music teacher. And so I majored in elementary education and minored in music. And I wanted to teach music at an elementary school because that makes total sense. And so I wanted to teach for a little bit, and then so I could have classroom management, that kind of thing. Then I was going to go into teaching music. And then I retired because I was going to raise my 6 kids. And then when I came back, I was still pursuing that, and I was actually offered a job teaching music in Clovis Unified. But it was the day after I signed a contract to teach 1st grade. So then I went to a different path. But no, I was going to be a music teacher. And then something happened. And I came here, so that's good.
Are there any other positions you filled before becoming the principal here at Kerman-Floyd?
Yes, like I taught 6th grade, then I taught 1st grade. Then I went outside the classroom and I was a literacy coach. I was a reading teacher. One of my sons has Asperger's, which is a high functioning form of autism. And so I had to teach him how to read. So I became very skilled at teaching reading, which I liked anyway. And so I was Title I reading teacher, literacy coach. I was a vice principal in Clovis Unified for 4 years. We opened up a new school, Freedom Elementary. And then I came out here. This is my 11th year.
Wow.
Wow. And I'm still here.
You're still here.
I know.
Where did you go to college for your education? And did you enjoy your college experience?
I did. I went to Brigham Young University up in Utah. And it was fun to be away from family and on my own. I was pretty shy in high school. And so I know it's hard to believe, but I'm not as shy anymore. And so I really had fun. I joined a lot of music groups up there and I had a lot of fun with them.
Okay, let's talk about music. Every year you put on an event called Celebrate the Arts. Can you briefly describe what the event is about?
I always like, the March is Celebrate the Arts Month for the state of California. So I always like to showcase some of the things that we do. So we have artwork there. Casas put in, and we have our choirs, our auto harps, our recorders, our bands, and it's a time for those things that we've been working on to have parents come, because parents love to hear you play. They love to come see your art. They love to watch you, and so it's a good time. It's a good community event. So I always think it's nice. And we have Evo Bluestein who comes, and we always do it at the end of when he's teaching auto harp, and he's always good.
Why is music so important for our students?
Music, well, you know, music's important to me. Music is like learning another language, and it's because you have to read it differently, you have to learn different things about it, and it helps to develop your brain a little bit differently. And they have research that shows that those who have studied an instrument or learned to sing or read music actually do better in academics because it uses both sides of that brain and it helps the everything snap together. And it's fun. Besides, it's fun. And it's fun to perform.
What instruments can you play?
Oh, my main instrument is the flute. And so I'm a flautist, and that's what I studied. And I also play piano. I play guitar. I play ukulele. I play auto harp. And I played the recorder when I was in a recorder quartet. So you know the recorders that you play in 4th grade? So they have, those are the sopranos. I played alto, which is a little bit longer, and we had a tenor recorder, which is even longer than that. And so we played that little Baroque music. So that's what I play.
What do you like to do for fun on your time off from work?
Well, I still play. I still play in the Clovis Community Band, and so we do about 8 concerts a year.
Wow.
And so we just had one last Sunday, a week ago Sunday, and then I like to play with my grandkids because they need love.
Lots of love.
And I have lots of love to give.
Do you have any hobbies?
Well, it might surprise you, but I like to garden.
What?
How would you have ever guessed that? So we have a garden here that I started, but I have a garden at home. I've always loved to garden, and I love to go pick things, and I have herbs up in front of my front door. So I love to garden.
You love to garden? I did too.
I know, it's fun, isn't it? I like to eat the peas right out of the garden. So if you find them missing out there, I ate them.
You put them like in a salad.
Yeah, no, I just eat them.
You just you go, Do you have a favorite book?
I think the books that I like more recently are the Pete the Cat books. I think they're very funny, but they tell such a nice message, so I like those.
Pete the Cat.
I love my red shoes.
Pete the Cat.
Yeah, see? You've read them.
Yep. Who is the most influential person in your life and why?
Probably my mom. Maybe it's because of the day after Mother's Day and I was thinking about her. But she was always very supportive of me, whatever I was doing. Which is, yeah, because she was a secretary at the school. No, she knew always what I was doing. No, she would come to my concerts. She's always been, she's like a friend. And now that we're older, she is like my best friend, and we do lots of things together. So
Nice.
it's my mom.
Are you ready for the last question?
I am.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. What is something interesting about you that nobody knows?
Well, maybe you don't know that I lived overseas in a country called Western Samoa for 2 years. It's a little tiny island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And I have 3 children while I was there, when they were very young. And we stayed there for 2 years.
Wow.
And it was like the endless summer. It's like we went to the beach every day. On Christmas Day, we were at the beach. And so my kids went to the Samoan schools, and it was just really, really fun. And lots and lots of good memories. And it's just a much slower life. The national speed limit is 20 miles an hour.
Wow.
But the cars can't go more than 20 miles an hour, so it doesn't really matter. So you just kind of go around the island. It's just 20 miles wide. It's just a little tiny island.
That's nice. Well, thank you for letting me interview you. That was Principal Corner with Miss Goodlad.
Well, thank you, Charlene. You're very kind.
Thank you. Back to you in the studio.